Okay, is it working? Let's test it and go. See how we're doing. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Sounds working. Test it and go. Okay. How long has it been? A few days since I made it, since I did any work. So I'm super eager to get back into it. Now I only have I have a hard stop today. So I set a timer. Have I set a timer? Hey Google, what timers are there?
It looks like you don't have any timers.
Oh, I better set a timer. So I have a hard stop in 1 hour, 53 minutes. Hey Google, set a timer for 1 hour, 43 minutes.
1 hour.
Okay. We got an hour and a half. Let's keep going. It's been so many days. I want to remind myself. I'm super excited about lots of kind of use cases for this software. So let's get into it. Let's get back in the sea legs. I had a whole bunch of kind of stuff that I had to work on and finish over days and days. So I'm happy to finally get back into open source work and Chatfield and working on LLMs and writing code and all that. So I guess for my own sake, I really do need to do a review. So in the broadest context of what would Vibe DevOps look like, or what should that phrase inspire us to build and do? I believe the answer is there's something there. I believe the answer is Vibe DevOps can be real, or it can be a valid inspiration. Let's say one just obvious, kind of circumstance of something like Vibe DevOps is that the consequences and the stakes are much, much higher when you're building things. You could terraform push, or, you could destroy either lots of money or lots of resources, or there's all sorts of ways, risk coming in with something like Vibe DevOps. And so the way humans deal with this is, rather than just pulling the trigger from literally one message, there's an interactive conversation to, paint the picture of the scope, to define or to establish scope or to make the plan and all of that. And so Chatfield is just one spin-off, you could say, of that, which is, how about just driving that interactive conversation? And then what that eventually became is, how about we'll just have forms? Chatfield is forms. There's fields. They can be assigned values. You ask the user to provide the information. You get the information back. Forms. However, with the obvious change, which is that this is an interactive chat system rather than a graphical system in any way. And so Chatfield is chatting to collect information like a form would work. I think this can be the foundation for all sorts of kind of chat-based data collection. So Chatfield is also, on a technical level, implemented in both Python and TypeScript. I mean, one of the broad missions here is just what happens when you use Claude Code all day long to write software. That's the one of the experiments I'm running, And so, furthermore, it runs in a server and in a browser context. You can run it on the back end in TypeScript. You can run it on the front end in TypeScript. And what it will do is validate and transform all your data for you using the LLM as a new, way of doing this. So let me drink some coffee and get caffeinated here and get into, what did we do last time? I definitely remember I was into PDFs. Was that a week ago? Yikes. 7 days without writing code makes 1 week. All right. Yeah, I actually just want to read my diff, really. This was it. These new Claude skills. Oh, I remember. I had more or less successfully forked off the upstream Claude skill. And Claude released skills 2 or 3 days before I started this. And I'm highly optimistic that this is good. So I made some skills to deal with PDFs. And again, another kind of experiment I think that I'm really doing here is not, I mean, I don't know, is the world noticing this? Claude Code, at least, if not other agents, its competitors as well, it's moving into the runtime rather than the build time of this technology. It's not only writing code for me to ostensibly, nominally review and check in or whatever, but now what I'm getting into here is, what if it's part of the execution pipeline? What if Claude Code is a key component to running these PDFs? And I think that's super exciting because, of course, I have believed that Claude Code should be in the runtime for a long time now. Where is that? Claudey. Oh, I haven't pinned it. Claudey with a chance of DevOps. This is the idea. And this upper left thing I deeply believe in. The upper right, I'm neutral. But what I do believe is that Claude Code is the only thing with the fingers on the keyboard. And for that reason, yes, Claude Code is the critical component. This came naturally from thinking about, well, what if it's a DevOps agent? But I think this is real. That I can feel my caffeine kicking in. That Claude Code might become a part of execution runtimes. I mean, it seems far-fetched. It's way too inconsistent to think about like a production system where an agent is writing code hot. But I believe that's a matter of time. I had thought a long time, but this is what we're testing right now. Is what could Claude Code do as like a generic PDF processing system? Okay, so let's get back into it. So we made these PDF scripts. Then I don't know if there's skill documentation, but oh yes, there is. There's tons of documentation. Skills are largely documentation. That's the point. Let me pause and cough here. Thank you. And let me do a little tech check to make sure. Linux desktop. I don't trust pausing and unpausing. All right, where are we? Yep. So impressed. Linux desktop. Okay. So let's get back into it. This was tons of desktop stuff. Oh yeah, the diary, that's fine. Okay, so clear it out. I forgot all my muscle memory's gone. Oh, let's exit and restart, see if it like, wow. Let's do this. Let's just try this. New terminal. Hold on. New tab. Wow. Wonder what happened. Let's see what happened. Well, then that's fine then. That's cool. NPM still there? Wow, I just exited. Let's do this. I'm just curious. Let's just kind of get back into things and caffeinate here. What are we gonna do? Colon G, pipe G. I think that'll work. Okay, here's my environment. And it's gonna be that one, right? Let's see if that's a thing. Nope. Oh, I wonder if this has something to do with like an upgrade. I wonder if this has something to do with like a bad upgrade or something. But that's fine. npm-g ls-g. Let's just maybe pull it in again. Yeah, npm like I-g at n. Is that it? Yeah, cool. Can I do that? Not empty. Okay, you know what I'm about to do? Bye. So let's do, what is that? Node modules at Anthropic. Yeah. Bye. Let's just bring it back. I have no idea what happened. I know I reinstalled and maybe even upgraded. I don't know if I did an upgrade on this computer. Certainly, or I certainly don't think this would have any, I have no reason to think this would change my like config and my history and stuff like that. This probably will work then. Ready, set, go. Come on, Schwartz. Cool, 2029. And then I also use Claude Code under the same account with Anthropic on a different account on this Linux box. I have no idea. I don't have any interest in root causing and finding out why, what happened. We're still kind of just rebooting when things go wrong. Okay. Ooh, plan sub agent. Dynamically choose the model. Oh, nice. These release notes were awesome the last time. I definitely do want to read these. These were awesome. So I think the last release notes I read up to is 2025 or 2025. So yeah, they call it, I think that's just exactly what the world needs, is another thing calling itself an agent. So the SDK has changed to the agent SDK. Is that right? Legacy SDK. Okay. Next. There's definitely a massive new UI for its Q&A. In fact, now that I think about it, let's see if Claude Code, I think at some point it's going to ask me, I think Chatfield is better. I think I just realized that. Let's see what they do. I'm sure it's decent, but there's been a change recently where Claude Code will say, all right, I have 3 questions and then I'm going to get started. And you have to answer the 3 questions. And there's a kind of little clever kind of web feeling kind of little UI to answer the questions. But it's quite rigid. I actually kind of think, I mean, the thing about Chatfield is like it knows when all of the questions have been answered or not. I think there's some straightforward prompting, and maybe some presets or some stuff like that. You could make Chatfield like really, really do a good job if you say, I don't want to answer the rest. You know, the rest are done. I think the data model needs information populated there. Yeah, I definitely remember that. My whole philosophy was, if a human says they don't want to answer a question, that's a thing worth tracking. That's not the same as a null or undefined form. If a human says, I'm going to decline to answer that field in any context, for example, I want to skip the optional fields because I'm in a hurry. Seems like a common reason to me. Things like this. That's all information. Like that all has to be tracked. That's totally different from I never asked the question, or I asked the question and the user ignored it, or whatever. So I think Chatfield could crush that through just some good prompting and some good evals and just kind of dial that in. And then let's try to find it. The UI, I just realized the UI in the new Claude Code kind of sucks for asking. It's black and white. In the previous one, they just said, hey, here's some questions I have. I hope you answer. That's going to improve things. If you answer my questions, which you don't have to do, but if you do, this thing's actually going to work correctly. That was their sort of problem. Next, I'll try to make it do it. I'm sure at some point this will happen. Now they say, well, I have 3 questions. They're all like mandatory. You have to like page through this UI and populate it and all this nonsense. So I'm really optimistic. Maybe Chatfield could improve that. And the fact that Chatfield's built in, this thing's not open source, but in principle, you could go in there and say, hey, we're not, like, if you're going to call a subroutine to effectively, block everything and have a modal dialogue coming up, then why not block everything and have a Chatfield conversation? Why not say, well, okay, we need to establish some things before we move forward. I need to know the following 3 things. Can you help me? I think all of that, I think Chatfield's better. And to think that Chatfield's better than Claude is really exciting. That's why we do open source, that sort of thing. It's not that it has to be true or that, Chatfield has 0 users. It's never shipped. All of that remains true, but it also, I think it is true if subjective, it is true that in my opinion, Chatfield is obviously better for something like this, or maybe what would be like really awesome would be almost like you could just tick over between one mode and the other. And I definitely architected Chatfield, like at its core, it's just this little JSON object remembering how everything's going. And, and then it's just a lot of prompting all around that. And so you could like click over between a Chatfield state and a form with partially completed and back. You could populate the form and click over and Chatfield's got it, known. I love how these LLMs are stateless because web applications are stateless in many ways, in many contexts. So it's pretty easy to build this. But anyway, today let's do a dang skill. Oh, that's neat. Max budget, discovery of custom / and output styles no longer respects.getIgnore. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad I read this. This was a pain in my neck. I noticed this. I'd try to do something and it would say, that's exactly right. It would say, well, that's get ignored. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist either. It was just silly. That's not what get ignore is about. Awesome. / to shift. Okay. Oh, cool. Fragment syntax. Fine. Don't care about macOS permission. Okay, cool. Good. So, where are we? Okay, here's some PDF examples. Whew. I'm glad it's in my history here. What are we doing? Let's get more coffee. Oh yeah, it generated. Okay, let's go read. Yeah, let's read some code. I remember it generated a whole Python file, and then the idea was to run that Python file. And I also remember it had a little bug. So Claude Code could not. I think maybe I could just ask it, like while we were working, like may I? So of course it's going to say yes. If it says no, I'm going to jump out the window. Okay. What we will do is, the ground's just on the other side. I've moved back to a home. So it's no longer, it would merely be a bloody inconvenience. Okay. The question is, okay, I am running Claude Code. is it able to allow a CLI program to run with my like console as its stdio? What? Only able to run. What do you call it? Bash tool. All right, let's see what it says. I don't know if this is smart or not. I definitely believe that in the future, like obviously all like software user manuals will be RAG basically applications on top of the like documentation. Wait, what? Yes, I can run programs in the foreground. The bash tools run synchronously by default. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think this thing's lying to me. I think run in background. Let's see. Let's test it. Because if Claude Code receives standard out and standard error, that would be bad. I have to see it on my screen. And then that would mean without a bit of work, that would mean Claude Code could not see it. You could fork it or pipe it or something, but I don't believe this thing at all. It's okay. Python examples PDF. So let's see if this works. This is not going to work. Yep, /PDF into its right. There's no way. There's no way. I think it lied to me. I think it flat out lied to me. It thinks it's a language model. It's hearing all this background, foreground stuff, and it's thinking there's, yeah. A control B to run in the background. No way. Right. This is bad. Timeout. 10 minutes. Okay, error. Why did it error? Either because the standard in sent like an end of file or the standard in closed potentially. Oh, I see. So it might do standard out, but not standard in. So that's useless. You have to have standard in. That's useless. You can't right. So what if there were a tool to run this interactively? I'd have to run it in my terminal. But no, if there was a tool, I don't think the tool could do it. No, the tool couldn't do it. I'm trying to think of what would be the best way to make Claude Code able to ask me questions. And I'm trying to avoid some kind of web, like streaming or something like that. Because that could work. This thing could run a web server. And then that would pop up a web UI, and then I use the web UI to have my little chat with it. And then when it's done, this thing returns all of that back to the... I think maybe I will do that. Let's get this thing going. Maybe I'll do that. I don't want to be afraid of coding. This thing generates code. Let's make it generate code. I think that's the plan. So then what that would mean is I could then come in here and say, okay, is it in my history? Like I need to do these PDFs. Perfect. Uh-huh. Yes. This is perfect. And then we had special character, or did we? I don't even know if that was an issue or not. After all, I'm gonna assume it's not. And I know I made this thing write code to round trip, but I just wanted to see a demo. I think I'm definitely going to slow down because with a PDF form, there's not like these nice, convenient, human readable labels like first name, last name, phone number. And so that's two things to get solved. PDF skill. Okay, another thing. Let's just quickly go and check. Claude skills. No. Let's go to the, where was that? Skills. So there's an upstream, get log or main, and then upstream / main, right? Oh yeah, I did my PR. So let's pull in upstream. Nothing's changed. Okay, good. Nothing's changed. So the PDF code is still good. That's all I care about. So what that means is this Claude Code PDF skill is completely upstream, except, of course, anything that I've forked. New forms.md using Chatfield, right? So that's obviously mine. Okay. What happens now? Let's pull up. Woo. Let's pull up some code. Tomorrow's plan. See why the tool call in the PDF workflow is not returning the correct schema. That's okay. Continue getting the any PDF. Yep. With that done, the goal is a photo. Yeah, I definitely remember the goal. The goal is to take a photo of any piece of paper and Chatfield speak to you in Spanish, and you just tell it everything you know, and then Chatfield will give you back the same photo with the answers superimposed on top, either as a PNG or as a PDF, depending on. I bet PNG might be easier. That's the goal. That's the goal. I want to get PDF first because PDF's a sort of transition zone. The web is kind of like really, really, really good at doing forms and, of course, UI. PDF is a kind of a hybrid, especially if PDF itself breaks into two parts. You can have metadata of PDF forms, or you can have just effectively photocopies only. And so we're going deeper and deeper down the Marianas Trench of, until it's just a photograph, until it's just pixels. Okay. Make sure Claude Code has a working Pure.js example and working React. Start a Chrome extension. Oh yeah, the Chrome extension. So let's go, let me think. Yeah, so I need a custom UI. Let's just maybe knock that out. Should it be React? Yes, it'll be React. Okay. Okay, I know what I need to do. We got to get into Claude Code. Let's just drink some coffee and tell Claude Code its job today. Where were we? Here. Okay, so I know exactly what we need. We're starting over. Clear. What I cannot do. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Stop it. Okay. What I want to do, let me just start telling it. We need to make some new functionality such that Claude Code to drive to allow like we need to make let me do this. Glance at the @claude /skills /pdf / what, Chatfield maybe? I'll say glance at the Chatfield. Or no, just skills.md. Yeah, the whole point of it is that you just have one. Yeah, they're OP. Yes, perfect. One problem. Claude Code, when running a skill, cannot like okay. The goal is Claude Code use Chatfield programs to deeply what am I trying to say? Oh, MCP would be another maybe idea. Yeah, to deeply interview users and to bring the answers and to the goal is that Claude Code can use Chatfield programs and to have those answers. Okay, so that's the goal. The problem is Claude Code cannot run a CLI program which takes over the terminal, i.e. Prints messages for the user to read, receives stdin of the user messages, user input. We need, for Claude Code, we need a way for code to run a tool which basically just blocks with no output while it runs a web service. That server allows arbitrary, user arbitrary chat using when the server prints it out and exits. So we definitely need to plan this thing for sure. I want you to tell me, or actually, I don't know if I want to be in plan mode. I may just tell it to make me a plan when the information is ready. Because, well, we'll see. When the information is ready, the server prints it out and exits. First, give me and options. My hypothesis is it has to be Python. So wait, does it have to be Python? Yes, it does. It has to be Python. Whew, this is going to be tricky. Okay, I'll explain it. Because the Claude Code skill depends on Python, we could use Python Chatfield, or because Claude, I'm not sure. And there's a browser. The thing is, I don't want a browser because the browser is going to require, right, we don't want a browser. Or we don't want a browser implementation. No browser running. What's that? Light LM. Okay, what else? Let me just let it think. I don't know. Let me let it think and cough. Okay. And let me just go off and read this all. All right. And let me gather my thoughts. I'm trying to think. Oh, look, please provide. Uh-oh, I think it's going to ask me some questions. I think we're going to get some bad examples here. What is it doing? Mm-hmm. Research complete. Now, wait, is this showing me too much? No. Yep. Interview structure. Uh-huh. Interviewer API. Right? Result. It's got to be Python, right? I think it's got to be Python because the thought was, where are we? Oh, this is TypeScript. Here, if we're in these skills, all these other scripts are Python. And so, I mean, it doesn't have to be it, but it would be weird. Next, you'd have a Node.js program in here. I don't know. And then that would require like an npm install of Chatfield. I mean, Python would too. I don't know. Here we are. Yeah, look at all this. So this is kind of cool. They have groups. And then it's multiple choice. This is what it was. Or you can just randomly type. Mm-hmm. This is totally it. Which implementation should we use? Oh, they're asking me. You decide based on technical merit. No. Use Python with a Flask/Fast API server. Simpler sub-process management. Use TypeScript with Express. In process. No. I think we're going to do Flask/Fast API. Let's think. If there's no React, I think it's the same. React doesn't matter. In fact, we can't use React because React depends on client-side Chatfield, and we don't want client-side Chatfield. We just want a random client. So I think the answer is Fast API and then some JavaScript front end. Yeah. I think that's the answer. So we're doing Python. Oh, who cares? Wait, what? Oh. Conversational updates. So I do remember. Tell me. An MCP service. Or tool. What might things look like if we start today with Fast API and an HTML UI, but rather than a sub-process to execute, it is it will be upgrade this to MCP later. We'll try that. Concurrency, single interview. Oh, interesting question. Should the server support multiple concurrent interviews? No. Yes, exactly. Output format. What output format should the server use when printing results? I think the answer is the pretty print. Let's just try the pretty printed version. See, and then you hit submit your answers. I don't like it. Maybe I'm competing with it, but... And because it's closed source, it's so frustrating. Because it's closed source, how do you know? It might be based on an open source, like UI component or something. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. Matches skill infrastructure. Yeah, exactly. All right. So is it planning? Yeah, it's planning. 10,000 tokens to plan. Okay. And then generate Chatfield. Okay. Let's read this plan. Whoa. It's going to write. Oh, man. I need to tell it, like, keep it simple. In fact, I need to tell it this. It's going to go crazy if I don't tell it. So keep it simple. Okay. All right. Phase 1. Create the fast API server. Python Chatfield server. Wonderful. App, routes, models, and interview manager. And then templates. Perfect. Okay. I already have feedback. Okay, so first, phase 1. Next, the embedded, yeah, the template / chat. See, what is it at TypeScript? /examples /web, huh? Browser. Okay. Simpler. Feature rich but complex. Ship something simple today. Right, okay. Next. Chat. Interview session manager wraps the interview lifecycle, tracks conversation history. Right. Fast API endpoints. So you start an interview, you run the go function effectively, and then, oh, yikes. /status /thread ID. Okay. Do you need that? I guess you do. Why do you? Why do you need this completion check? Whatever. Okay, create the entry point. Server CLI. Print server ready to standard error. Okay. Print interview complete to standard out. Oh, let's do this. Standard out should be Unixy in that it only outputs successful, results pretty printed. Everything else, no headers, no frills, right? Everything else can be standard error, right? So we'll do it Unixy. So presumably Claude Code will like that. HTML chat interface. Yeah, single page with message history, send receive messages via the API. Yep. Display the results. Do I want? Yeah, we're already getting to a little decision here. There's already code that does this. I'm about to write a second web interface. But the alternative would be to keep the code, but then you have to run light LLM. And I think I'm no longer in a rush. Oh, yeah, I thought about this over the week. There was a really brilliant rush to show some demos and to move some stuff quickly. The last kind of few sessions. I want to make this a little bit more proper and not kind of superficial. And so one of the superficial parts from last week was light LLM runs and does the proxying or does all that. And that's totally fine for a demo, but a pain in the neck to run, as DevOps. So I don't want to do that. I want to stop and smell the flowers and do it the right way. Okay. So skills, fine. Okay. Let's actually read MCP prep. No MCP. Okay. Done. Oh, let's just kill this coffee. Present a simplified focus plan for phase 1 only. Thank you. I also want to get into voice. Let me just start reading about voice while this is running. Which one is it? This one? What is that? 11 labs? Yeah. Nope. Look at all the ads. You know what I wish Google would do would be to highlight the sponsored again and be like, because if they're good ads, whatever. I don't want to whine about Google. Yeah. TTS and ST. Oh, speech to speech? Interesting. Yeah, 11 Labs is crushing it. So I want to read their like SDK. Whoa. 32 3090s. That is awesome. No kidding. Cool. Okay. I have no idea. We're just reading Reddit now. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's write some code. Where's the dang SDK? I might get an 11 Labs SDK or something. I want to make this thing do voice, because once this thing can speak to you in Spanish with voice, it's pretty awesome. You can do any form. I don't know why I'm into Spanish today, but okay. So let's make this thing make some code. Unix style IO ready to code. Here's Claude's plan. All right. Minimal working thing today. Thanks. Good skill. Yeah. Exactly. You run the server. The server runs fast API. There's a couple of endpoints to do the chatting, and then there's the HTML. And then the only results is, this is actually not Unix style. Unix style wouldn't pretty print. Unix style would not, but whatever. That's totally silly. Okay, so IO contract, calm down. Okay, calm down. All right, next, we're going to have a server. 100 lines of code, wonderful. Wait, okay. Why do we have to have a separate entry point? 40 lines of code? Why? .cli, Jesus. Chatfield.cli. Okay. Oh, I see. Cool. That's great. Actually, that's great because then this can be excluded. What I don't want is any of this server stuff or CLI stuff, like imported when you're importing the main Chatfield SDK, and none of this will be. So this is good. And then the HTML UI. Wonderful. Embedded in app.py. Single page chat interface. Request. Thread ID. Response. Message. Request. I wonder why. Why does it need a brand new thread ID? But that's fine. You will like create an interview object, so that's okay. Oh, I know what happened. This is a optional parameter to initializing the interviewer, and so it pushed that all the way through to the API. I don't care to prompt it and tighten that up. That's fine. This is not yet primary code. This is secondary code. AI message done true. Oh, you know what we need? Instead of no, that's okay. Response done, false done, true. Results pretty text. Okay, let's just keep going. The thing about done is done's. I think there's still some prompt bugs. Done, the underscore enough is a much better helper than underscore done. But let's keep going. Okay, create the directory structure. Go, go, go. Okay, go. I love it. Let's drink coffee and make this thing do my job. Well, Claude Code thinks it's perfect, so it must be perfect. I guess the sycophancy thing is like a well-known. I guess I can stop making those jokes. I think the sycophancy thing is well understood for what it is, so that's cool. All right, let's go look at some diffs. All right. Oh, nothing's changed. Wonderful. Good. On the main branch? Good, good, good. Got some... I'll just leave these files here for a moment. And we'll look at... Oh, look, they're landing. They're landing. Yep, they're landing. Okay, CLI server. Chatfield. What is this CLI nonsense? Why do I have a whole CLI now? I don't like it. Boom, boom. Yeah. I don't like it. Why? I feel like an old grouch, but... Or maybe I'm micro-optimizing or something. This is great, though. Oh, perfect. Oh, it really did do what it said. It said, I'm just going to embed all that HTML inside there. And I thought, no way, that's ridiculous. It did exactly that. Okay, 14K. Oh, he told me 100. I had your word that it was 100 lines. Okay, let's go. Let's go read it. I don't care. Let's go read it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fast API, HTML. Okay. Okay. Move. Okay. Definitely it has to move. Oh, we could use MCP. This would actually be a perfect thing to make this thing do MCP. Let me kill my browser and start it up in MCP mode. Oh, okay. Let me test my audio. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. So I kill my browser, and then I run my browser with MCP. Is it in my history? Yes, it is. Oh, it's gonna have a ton of output. Let me just do this. Okay. So there, hopefully it's listening on port, what is that? 9222 or something? Yes, 9222 here. So exit. So now Chrome's listening. So the MCP server should hit the playwright. Use the at play. Can I add it? Don't I have to add it? Geez, I'm glad I'm using Claude Code. This is, people say, oh, you're falling behind. I don't think it's that severe. But it is like learning a new tool. It's like learning Figma or something. It's like a lot to learn if you really want to be a power user. I think that's also an interesting reason why it's just really hard right now to say, oh, you get like, what is this coefficient of efficiency? What is this coefficient? What is the efficiency coefficient? I think is the word I'm saying. Is it 10x? Is it 100x? Is it negative? Is it fractional? You know, is it 1/2? It's fine. It's a perfectly valid question, but I think the answer is, I think there may not be like an answer forthcoming because of this. Like everyone's learning on their different learning curves. I think I would say actually, I really honestly think strategically, I've definitely spoken with people who say like the strategy is we're going to direct like senior software engineers to vibe code all day, and we will reap the benefits of that. We will reap the increased rewards. And I think that's super dangerous. I think it's just not even close to established for new. Especially, I feel like I've heard this attitude. Maybe I'm not being fair, but I feel like I hear this attitude from people making new software, new products, new things, new capabilities, new features, new platforms, rather than, for example, converting from like a mainframe system to a cloud system. Both of those activities are extremely heavily underway every day, but I feel like the one I hear that vibe coding is going to get us there is I think it's just not established. But I also think, like, I love making this thing work for me all day long. I don't know, just as a, I mean, I literally have no reason to do any of this besides educating myself. It's open source software. I'm just relaxing in the warm waters of open source. Hey, you better be MCPing. Command timed out. Oh, okay. Wait, enabled. Oh, perfect. It claims that it's done. Let's see if that's right. And then if it does work, it'll be fun to do it. Side by side. Woo. Let's see if this works. Sleep. Oh, man. Wait, what? MCP. Uh-huh. Okay. Wait, did MCP fail? Test the front end using Playwright. First, I'll start the server in the background. Correct. Server.log, server ready. Oh, I see what it did. Okay, perfect. So it let the server start up. Then what? Server ready. Oh, is that the actual server? That's an interesting. Okay, okay. Does it know 8765? Okay. Oh, yes, it does, because it's in the log. Okay, wonderful. Woo. So then what? This thing's declaring victory on me. But yet I never saw it do anything. Yeah. Oh, it just gave up. I see. Okay. Let's make it stop planning. Whoops. What? Unicorn? Let's just make sure Playwright's working. Cut the problem in half. Oh! Oh. Boom. Okay. Next, search for zombie, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's run the Chatfield server manually. Let's see what it looks like. City CLI. How does it work? Let's just try it. Let me just see. Python. That's all good, right? Okay, so Python. Whoops, Python dash M chatfield.cli dot. What is that? Server underscore CLI. That's redundant. Okay. Oh, neat. Is it picking a random port? That's wonderful. Oh, good. Error starting interview. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Very good. Let's look at some network activity. Go. Great, 500. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is a lot of connective tissue working. So, all right, let's go see what that exception is then. Where can I see that? Oh. Okay. All right, let's do one thing. Updates to the server CLI, please. Let's just do that. Whoops, stop. Let's do this. The command to run it would be chatfield.server.cli, right? Why not? Right? And then what else? Oh, for any exceptions, print any exceptions. Paste. Let me try to make it do it again. Playwright. Query, but I see no error. Server standard error. Okay, off we go. Let's let it cook. I don't know. And then I was just reading the article today about what is that? De-skilling? Is that the word? Was it in the Atlantic? Was there an Atlantic article about de-skilling today? Whoops. Was it de-skilling? In the Atlantic? Yeah. I read this morning. And they made the good point that like humanity has been de-skilling ever since technology was invented. And by technology, I mean agriculture 10,000 years ago. So it's about managing what goes in and out of our brains rather than accumulating the sum total of all skills and knowledge. All right. What are you doing? Do it. I don't care. Whoops. Did I put it in plan mode? Just do it. Okay. I understand you want to move it. Create a plan. Thank you. Thank you. Add error logging for all endpoints, I would think. Okay. Find free port. Oh, cool. Is that my code now? Nice. See, this is why language models are great. Stuff like this. Anything, I think language models, the word I think of is Rust. Not the language, but the idea of being rusty after not having used a skill actively for a while. Rust. I'm rusty. These language models are so awesome because if you're rusty, what you can do, no problem, is explain what you remember and what you kind of want to do. And the language models are super good at dialing back in on what you're like. It's perfect. It's a perfect match. Like the thing about being rusty is that the only thing you can do is talk about what you remember, and you that's what it means to be rusty. Is you cannot do a skill that you could. You've forgotten big parts of it, big relevant parts of it. And then also the implication, of course, with Rust is just with a little bit of investment, a little bit of work, you can restore it back to new, you can sand it away, you can sand it down, you can be not rusty. I don't know, there's not a great, you can unrust. And these language models are perfect because it just says, oh yeah, you remember the socket API all the way back, like the Unix socket API can find you some available ports. Totally awesome. Of course it can. Now, is this thing still... Oh, look. No. Starting interview. Let's try this. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Is this the right one? Oh. Wonderful. Got a log message. Good. Thank you. Okay. And we reorganized the CLI. Okay. And it's verified. Okay. I want to catch this thing using MCP more, but that's okay. Okay. So it's claiming that. So let's go kill. Whoa. Terminated. Excuse me? Okay. So then firstly, so we just have the server now. What is that Python? Python-m chatfield.server.cli. Okay. Here we go. All right. Perfect. 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 Okay, good. So now I got an exception. Let's go read that. Aha. Oh. Let me ask Claude Code. This might be doable already. Who? Let's see if I can get this working before it auto compacts. Dot VS Code launch server Python debugging mode in VS Code. Please work. Oh, 0% left. Don't compact. Don't compact. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I made it. I made it. Wait, what? Let's see what it says. Yes. Add a new one? Debug Chatfield server. Oh, and pass in a port. Okay, cool. Why? I don't think this is necessary. Let's try to just do it myself. What I'm saying is, I think if I just go to the server CLI here like this, and then do a debug of current file. Yeah, let's try that. Ready, go. Now it's going to need its environment file. Oh, does this CLI not run this way? Oh, okay. That's claiming to exist, but by running it directly like this, it's not like loadable as a module, or it's not a Python package. What do I want to do? Do I have a debug option to do other stuff? Oh, Python module. Ooh, let's try that. So then in the meantime, let's do this. Source the environment. Okay. Next, let's run that. Does it prompt me to run a module? Enter your module name. Okay. Okay. And then another thing, clear this out. We don't want that. We don't want that anymore. So let's go find it. Let's do it myself. In Visual Studio Code. Wait, where are we? Python? Yep. In Visual Studio Code. How do I make it prompt me? I don't remember. I don't want to ask the LLM. Somewhere in here. Here it is. I think you just do it like that. Input. Current file module. Here we are. Here. Paste. Nope. Let's just copy that in here. So that'd be module input, and then we'll call it yeah. Yep. Something like that. Save it. Okay. So now if I do it, so kill that. F5. Undefined variable. Oh, awesome. Remove or define it? Yikes. Okay. Input : PyTest pattern. Oh my God. Oh, look, there's an inputs definition. Yikes. So now I'm learning. I don't want to learn this. Let's do it. PyTest pattern. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. So what I'll want is another one called, was that Python module name? Its type is going to be prompt string, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and then there's a default. Cool. The description can be, right, example Chatfield .server.cli. In fact, let's do that. Yes. Yes. Something like this. And we'll have a default. So now if I run, cool. And I just hit return. Come on, Schwartz. Okay, so it's done that. I think this will work. I think this will work. Then you click your server. Here we are. And then I say, oh, it should have thrown an exception already, right? Let's go see. Yes. Okay, it didn't break on me, but that's okay. Let's go find that app.py line 31. Perfect. .go. Perfect, 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 right. So let's pause right here. Pause. Okay. Reload. I think it's pausing. Cool. Awesome. Okay, the message is none. So what in the world would be throwing? Is this self.interviewer? Looks good to me. Self. Okay. Let's see. That's why we got a debugger. Let's step in. And then where's it crash? Wait, let me just run it and let it crash. All right. 658 here. Okay, let's pause right here. Chatfield sub specs. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what happens. All right. Yep. Get my test my audio and stuff. Okay. Very good. Let's just restore things back to normal here. And then I was in VS Code here. Yeah. Oh. Okay, this might be a pain in the neck, yeah, because I'm going to have to refresh every time. Okay, so it's starting the interview. I think we're in good shape. Here we are. So let's not break there anymore. Keep going. Here we are. Okay. Okay. Specs. Yep. Make fields data. Generate structured field data for templates. Oh, we're generating a system prompt, I think. Let's check the call stack. Yeah, we're generating a system prompt. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is some sort of initialization. This is weird. I wonder if it's some... okay. Maybe this is shaking out a new bug. It's all this kind of initialization and stuff. This is all happening differently than I bet the test suite. So this is great. Actually, I'm really happy. If this is shaking out a bug, that'll be great. So we are in normal mode. And so what are the specs? Spec sub conclude. Let's go look what Chatfield sub specs. Okay. So conclude is going to be null, so that should be fine. Did it crash? Oh, actually, I don't care. Let's go back. Or let's refresh, I guess. Whoops. Browser, refresh. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Step. Okay, so mode is normal. And then let's just look. Specs. Must reject hint. So conclude is missing. Okay, let's just quickly run a Python test suite real quick, right? Kill it. What is this? Nope. PyTest. Let's just run a quick test suite. And then Claude Code did have something to say. Would you like me? Oh, did I clear it all out? Oh, no, I didn't. Server stuff. Yeah, here's the error. It's trying to access a conclude key that doesn't exist in the specs. Yeah, thank you. That's totally useless. Okay, good. Let's go. This is all running. Yeah, feels good. Maybe slow. It's not usually this slow. Let's just npm run test. Let's just enjoy it. Maybe the API is slower. Who knows? That feels about right. That feels totally right. Validation, good. They're all passing though. So Python's totally passing. And we're just making the system prompt. Okay. So these specs have, so this Chatfield subspecs / conclude is going to throw a key error. Yeah. So this is assuming conclude is always in there. So, okay. So why are these specs must include first and last name? Reject, hint. Oh, conclude is Boolean. Okay. Oh, maybe it passes it in a null. Let's go read. Because there's this interview dict, right? Let's pause here and see what that interview dictionary is. That seems sensible. Let's see where in the world that came from. I wonder if it's got like a null value set. I wonder if the conclude field is null. I don't know. So here's some fields. Here's some roles and some fields. And it's all just passed into the interview object. Wait, this is bad. Isn't this super bad? It's okay. It's where did this dictionary come from? Okay, I see why there might be a bug. It's like round tripping. Why? You don't usually generate these interview objects like this. The only time I've done this is like deep inside the LangGraph code, where you have to serialize and deserialize it. Of course, in LangGraph, you always have to serialize and deserialize your state, right? You have to have a serialized state. That's like a massive requirement. I think Iowa is a very serialized state. Okay, so where is my thread? Okay, so it stands to reason this thing's passing in something weird. So I need to figure out where did this interview dict come from? Well, if it's initializing start interview, here it is. Interview underscore JSON. Whoa, it's passed in from the client. No wonder we're throwing bugs. Okay. I think this is wrong. Yes. This is definitely wrong. Okay. What is this? Start interview? Perfect. Current session. Thread ID. Let's pause right here. Yep. Okay, I think I see the bug. Ready, go. Come on, Schwartz. Okay. This thing sent a post, I believe. Do it again. Hold on. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Stop it. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, go. Whoops. Go. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a pain in the neck. Wait, let's do this. 37067. We need to make that the default. This is gonna be a huge pain in the neck if I don't make this thing. So where did it pick its? Let's go into the server. CLI, was it? That just runs you. Oh yeah. There's main, and then does it run main? Yeah, I bet it does run main. Is there a default port? Default 0. Ah, perfect. Default equals this value. Yes. Perfect. All right, let's keep that. So then we go F5. That's gonna run it on the same port every time. For now, that's fine. I want to ship some code. Yeah, that does work. So the reason that's good is now I can be on here forever. Okay, so now what I need to do is stop it. Correct. Close it, close it, close it, close it. Okay. Debugger. Yes. Now I'm ready. Are we running? Are we ready? We are not ready. Go. Okay, now I'm totally ready. Ready, set, go. Come on, Schwartz. Awesome. Awesome. Is it underway? Yes, it is. Look, this start. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, here's the post. So it's blocking right now. Right. Alice. Come stop it. Alice and Bob. Where did it get this contact form? Let's go find that. What's going on? Contact form. No. Builder API, cookbook, chat. Here it is. Look at this. This is insane. It's just this massive data definition. Okay. Well, I may have a little bit of like a validation bug or something, but I think this thing just generated the wrong code. It should not do this. Okay, maybe I'll make Claude Code fix it. Yeah, let me make Claude Code fix it. Weird. Okay. Look, so I don't know if there's a bug or not. I don't know if it's in scope or not. Certainly for right now, it's not in scope to say, oh, well, if you pass, like, I think there's a missing, right? Yeah, there's no conclude here. So I think if I put a conclude in here, it would correct the bug, but I think it's improper to do. This is super improper. This is totally contradicts the whole point of chat. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. Okay, so that's the change. So what is that? Where the heck are we? Interview def. Oh. Yeah, we move. Okay. What is it? Python / server. And that the front end defines the interview object. Instead, it should be the back end. I mean, the problem is, let's think. This thing can generate code. Yeah, let's just make it the chat UI. Now, the situation, let's do this. Make a new file for the server called with let's just double check that it doesn't have that already. Chatfield server. No. No, it does not. Templates has the HTML. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. So, maybe interview.py, and the contact form should move to there using the builder API, not a direct internal state definition like the current implementation. Go. Okay. Awesome. Need to wrap up soon. I hope this starts working soon. Let me go off and keep thinking. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Simplify initialization. Total disaster. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yes. Yes. Self.interview equals create interview. Okay. Self.interviewer. I think this will work. Interview JSON, right, exactly. Cool. I think this will work. I think this is simplifying things too. Yes, big red commit. Good. Yes. That was super bad. Let's get this ready to go. What do I need? I want this ready to go. Yeah, it is. And then I want my browser ready. Yeah, it is. Let's get it in. Okay. Reconnect, please. Where's that? Thank you. Or let's do this. Thank you. All right, how you doing, Claude Code? Server's ready. Test the API. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Wow, okay. So what that means is now we have this interview object and it's got to create, and it just randomly like defines it. Oh, God, it's still doing that escape functionality. What is that now? Interview.py. Thank you. Okay, so this is kind of working. So now there's a server. Let's actually just try it. Yeah. Let's actually just try it. Doop. Okay, so here it is. Yeah. How can I assist you? I'll say hi. Great. That's not bad. I debugged this thing generating the wrong kind of code. But what I did not debug is all this silly like chat IO. Like it's doing this pretty low level, I believe. Okay. Wait, if you have questions, wait, what? Is it not running the interview? Let's check the trace. Please work. I gotta fix this. Something's wrong with my trace IDs or something. Or my thread IDs. Okay. Start. Why? Okay. Let's look. So there's app.py. It pulls in the, wait, do we still need an interviewer object at all? Or an interview object? Oh, no, we don't. Interviewer, and then create interview. Wonderful. And then create interview, jump to it. Contact form, right. Your name, your email. Why is it not asking me? I think that's a bug. Oh, weird. Okay. Very strange. Bob. Provide your last name as well. Bob Jones. Bob.Jones at example.com, right? See, that's cool. I split my answer. Very cool. Mm-hmm. That's why language models are awesome. Okay. Now this thing should exit out. Interview completed. Well, let me update that. Okay. Why do I say quickly? It doesn't. Mm-mm. God, what is it talking about? Let me check the server code. And if exit, do that. Why is it so bad? Look, it's like telling me, well, if you wanted to do that, you might want to write code like this. What a weird thing to do. Signal? Okay. Signal? Okay. Is it a handler or is it sending a signal? It is, oh, it's sending a signal. It's killing itself? Okay. Is that how you shut down? That seems like a weird thing to do. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Very cool. Use MCP Playwright, for the love of God. MCP Playwright. Ha! Oh, I think it's seeing it. I think there's an issue where... I see what's happening. It pulled it on my other browser where I was monitoring the YouTube feed. Cool. Cool, though. Very cool. Uh-huh. Did it exit? Shutting down server terminated. That looks good. Still has that flicker bug. Wonderful. Okay, I think that worked. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. So with this as an MCP endpoint, that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool. That's going to allow Claude Code to drop into Chatfield for any reason to talk about any topic in 2 seconds. Because all Claude Code has to do is implement that data model, right? So, in fact, let me make it make a quick change. In the server. So firstly, I don't like that. I guess that's fine. Interview.py. Have it export, have it, no functions. Just an exported data definition. Without the just an exported data definition and an exported build function, which just runs read the data definition dot build. No, not even that. Just the exported data definition. Keep it simple. Okay. Let me let it noodle on that CLI. Hello, how can I assist you? Something. I don't know what's going on. Is it that I didn't like source the... There's no way. Return. Refresh. Have a great day. Bye. Do you have a job to do? Ah, something's wrong. Do you need... something's wrong. Yeah. Jason Smith. Jason. All right. Something's wrong. Okay. It works. I don't know. Let's keep going. Wonderful. Totally wonderful. So we could do this real quick too. Redirect the standard error to dev null. And then if we run it. Oh, this is bad. There's tons of print statements in Chatfield. Okay, that's easy to fix. There's just no way it's going to be able to do that really cleanly. So that's fine. We print server ready. Weird. Oh, that's actually really clever. Okay, and then what do we do? Oh, I know. Underscore pretty. Where is that? It's got to be in the app.py then. There it is. Get results here. If done. Results.results print. Okay. Unix style. Okay. Whatever. Print. Whoop. Let's just do that. I don't know. Let's just do that. Oh, fine. Maybe we can do like this. We can do like that. Something like that. Whoops. I don't know. The point is just that the LLM picks it up. Hey, Google, stop. The point is that the LLM just picks it up, and I need to make this thing wrap up. Interview completed. Actually, we don't want that. Oh, I see. Fine, doesn't matter. That's standard error. So there's the output. Okay. And so the point then is now, even though this thing is kind of spitting out tons of log messages, it doesn't matter. What I really need to do is fix the log messages, use proper logging, of course. So then I hit reload. I say my name Bob Jones, bob.jones at example.com. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough, because then Claude Code's going to pick that up and then use that for its own PDFs and stuff like that. So I think that's basically good enough right now. So now, and then look, it terminated itself. What a weird thing to do, but let's check it in. This is kind of okay. Let's just check this in and push this. Oh, fast API. That's for development. Yeah. Okay, love it. Let's do that. So then let me actually... I like to, for development, use, and then server. What do we want here? We want a lot of stuff. Git add app.clipl. Basically all these. Oh, whatever happened with the interview? Perfect. Yes. Yes. Dot build. I told you don't do that dot build, but that's okay. I told you don't do that dot build, but that's okay. That might just be a bug. So now what? All this stuff. Templates. Yes. What else? Oh God, it's too small. Oh, hold on. What else? Oh. README and summary? I don't care about summary. Why is there a summary? No. Why is there a README? No. What else? Testserver.py? No. What in the world? No. Now what? Server wrapper. Nope. This is great. This is great. Fast API server to conduct an interview. An arbitrary interview. Perfect. Okay. So let's push that up. Oh, wait, that launch.json is a thing. That's a real thing. Yeah. Better debugging. Python modules. Okay, get push. Oh God, let's go. Clear / wrap up. All right. That's all pushed up. Perfect. Awesome. Let's go look at the diary. Oh, I think I need to do maybe a weekly wrap up or something, but here we are. 10/23. Oh yeah, I finished on Mole Day. I remember that. That was fun. I finished on International Mole Day. Everyone loves Mole Day. It's really only 12 hours. Okay. Is it ready? Come on, Schwartz. October 30. Maybe I could do a scary theme tomorrow. Something scary. Like a PDF of something. I don't know. Okay, done. Pushed. Thank you. Ready? There it is. 30. Yes, 30. Okay. Today, there is now a Chatfield server which Claude Code can execute for arbitrary interviews. Claude Code can decide what it wants to talk about, and then it can just write that into a file, and then it can run this, and then I have to go and chat with it and populate all of that. There may be some bugs, but that works. But then from that chat, that's been sent back to Claude Code, and Claude Code can I think actually my plan for tomorrow might need to be maybe update server correctly. The skill may not be updated, but so now the problem with when I was doing my demo, it was a massive pain in the neck. I had to say, okay, Claude Code, you're ready, but you can't run this. I have to do this on the side, and then I'm going to come back and paste in the results. And now Claude Code can say, okay, anytime I want to conduct any interview with the user, I run this program. That program now has a web interface where I can chat with it. It's going to be down, doesn't matter. And then when I'm finished chatting with it, it's back into Claude Code, and Claude Code has all of the Chatfield synthesis and summary and validation and all that stuff. So now Claude Code can do anything it wants with that. And the obvious use case is PDFs. So I'm super happy. This is how I'm just going to say, hey, here's a PDF. Start talking, and it's going to do that. And then when I've provided all the information, Claude Code is going to know everything that I said in a structured way, and we're going to be able to continue to use PD. Is it still in here? Yeah, these skills, all of this stuff from Anthropic, everything here, in particular, fillable fields. stuff like that is going to run. The pipeline's going to complete. So that's the insertion of Chatfield into that pipeline. So I'm super happy. I think this is totally going to work. This is totally going to work. Oh, I'm off camera the whole time. This is totally going to work. Okay, thank you very much.